I am going to be discussing today is going to be one of the most consistently profitable patterns out there. And right now, what we're currently in on May, it has been working day after day after day after day. There's a reason why I was able to make over $10,000 yesterday. There's a reason why I'm up over $6,000 today. I want to teach you one of my favorite go-to patterns that I've been using for the past 8 years. I've been full-time stock trading for 8 years now, and this pattern worked when I first started. It's a pattern that still works now. It's not a pattern that you're going to find on Google. It's not a pattern that you're going to find on Investopedia. It's a pattern that I created, and hey, it could have a different name somewhere else, but I call it the mid-candle breakout pattern. We're going to dive right in on this, and we're going to teach you guys exactly how to find a mid-candle breakout pattern, what the mid-candle pattern consists of, and of course, how you can trade it to go ahead and make money. So, first things first is, what is the mid-candle breakout pattern? The mid-candle breakout pattern, simply enough, is going to be when we have one day, and this is only going to be on the daily chart. This does not happen on the 1, 2, 3, 5 minute chart, anything along those lines, only on the daily chart. And what we need on the mid-candle breakout pattern is two different things. Number one, we need one huge green day. Not a stock that is only up, let's say, 2%, 5%. I'm not looking for a stock that's up 50 cents. I'm talking about a huge, strong green day where, again, this stock has all the hype. This stock has all the attention. This stock has all, again, traders focusing on it. So let's say, again, it's Monday. Let's say on Monday, this stock runs up over 100%. And we see a huge spike and a huge climb of, let's say, 100% on this play. Awesome. Now, the next day, on Tuesday, what we want to see is a pullback back down to halfway of the initial breakout. Now, this is where the name, the mid-candle breakout pattern, comes from, right? I'm very simple. I'm very direct, right? I don't need to name certain patterns that I like something insane. I don't want to, name this one. All right, this one is going to be called the 100% mover VWAP divided by the XAZ pattern, right? We don't need that. I call it the mid-candle breakout pattern because the stock spikes, then comes back a mid-candle back, and then starts breaking back on upwards. So what we have here is Monday, big supernova. Tuesday, we see a gap down and a drop throughout that day until it falls to about halfway of the initial spiking day on Monday. Then on Wednesday, we start seeing a lot of hype and momentum move back in and push the stock all the way back on up. Now, this is a very easy pattern to not only trade, but it's also a very easy pattern to spot out. Now, let me show you guys some examples because I always want you guys to be able to get the visuals behind it first. So, what does an actual mid-candle pattern breakout look like? So this would be a mid-candle breakout pattern. Stock went from $1, spiked all the way up towards around $3.50. Notice how we have the small little red candle giving back about halfway of its spike. The next day, we have a gap down, green candle comes on in. We have a very nice spike. This is obviously the hottest stock over the past 2 days. Then we have a gap down, small little red candle, and then again, we get a very nice spike. Notice we have spike, red candle, small gap down, then a big breakout. Okay? Same exact thing when we look right here. Nice spike, red candle, small gap down, then big breakout. This is a different chart setup. This right here is OPTT, but look how similar it looks to SPU, right? Green candle, little red candle, gap down, nice continuation, right? You can see green candle, red candle, nice little gap down, and then continuation. You guys can also see it may take multiple days to form. We have, again, nice huge spike, and the red candle takes 3 days of falling. But where does it start consolidating at? At the mid candle of this initial breakout. So again, we have this initial breakout. Imagine if all these candles were one. Imagine all these candles were together. When the red candle comes on down, we're still at mid candle of the breakout, and that's where the stock goes on a big rip and run. So you can see how well this happens. Nice spike, red candle, small gap down, and then again, the stock starts spiking back on up. You guys can see right here, big supernova, red candle, nice gap down, stock starts spiking back on up. So why is this so easy? Well, it's so easy to find because all you guys have to do every single day is write down all the best top gainers. So every single night what I do is I go to finviz.com and I write down all of the top gainers. every single night, I just always have a notebook of every single play that went on a big time spike. Sometimes, again, when you look over on finviz.com, they change throughout the day. So what I always do is I write them all down and I send them to you guys on our morning newsletter. Now, if you guys are not or do not receive our morning newsletter, I send this out every single day telling you guys, again, what stocks have the best potential to go on big time breakouts. And I'll always send you the Wednesday's top gainers or Tuesdays or Mondays or so on and so forth so that everyone's aware of them. Because as we know, a mid-candle breakout pattern has one huge supernova day, right? Then we have a red candle, or again, halfway on down, and then again, a big breakout back on up. So how do I find a mid-candle breakout pattern? Whatever top gainers were on Monday have breakout potential on Wednesday. Whatever top gainers on Tuesday have mid-candle breakout patterns on, again, Thursday. Whatever as a top gainer on Wednesday has mid-candle breakout potential on Friday. So here's again a perfect example. ISNS. ISNS went from $6, spiked all the way up towards around $11.50. Then again, the stock fell back on down. And notice that this is a green candle. This one is a little bit odd because it is a green candle. It's not the typical red candle, but it's still mid-candle of the spike. Then the next day, we had a small gap down. This stock went from $7.60, spiked all the way up towards around $11.18. Right? Look how big that move was. Look how big that spike was. Right? Today, it's a little bit off, a little bit different, but still, same as that concept. Look at LEDS. LEDS over on Tuesday went from 360, spiked all the way up towards, again, 750. All eyes were on this play. LEDS, again, had a gap down. We had a nice green candle right at the mid candle of the spike, and the next day it went explosive. Right? Today, LEDS is going wild because of the mid candle breakout setup. Right? And we've also, again, we're able to see RHE. Look at RHE lately. RHE went from $4. This stock spiked all the way up to $16. Obviously, everyone's looking at this play. Everyone wants to be a part of this play. But we have a nice little pullback. And the pullback happens the next day. The stock goes from $10 and goes on a big time rip and run up to $27. So we have a spike, fall back down to mid candle of the initial spike. And the next day, we get a big time breakout and a big time move on up. And this is so great. And we actually also have a mid candle breakout scanner that's going to show us what stocks are setting themselves up in mid-candle breakout patterns. So that's why, again, this is a very underrated scanner, mid-candle breakout patterns that show us all the best mid-candle breakout patterns in case, again, you guys forget about any. So make sure you guys understand this pattern. It's one of my go-to patterns. It's how I'm able to make the money I make, and it happens a lot, especially in these hot market conditions where traders are waking up and we're seeing breakout after breakout after breakout. People are always going to say to themselves, hey, what stock spiked 2 days ago? Hey, what stock spiked, the other day? What stock was that massive top gainer a day and a half ago? Because again, these stocks that come out with good press releases and good news, they don't, again, just die on off, but you have to expect that they aren't going to just go straight up. There's no stock in the world, team, that's just going to do this. Move up, move up, move up, move up. Even the biggest stocks, the biggest rips, the biggest runs, you're always going to have some sort of red. There's always going to be some sort of profit taking, some sort of profit taking along the lines. So when you have hot market conditions, and again, you get a big time breakout, sure, that is awesome that you can get a very big, green day. But again, be aware that sellers or shorters may take on over. Now, after the seller and shorter have, again, let's say they're fun, guess what happens? All of a sudden, buyers come moving back on in. Don't expect the stock to ever go straight on up. When you have these massive supernova plays like this, just be aware that, hey, you know what? We got a nice rip. Watch for a pullback. Find that nice support line, such as $10, $5, $1, $20 in a $5 increment, and watch the next day for a massive rip and a massive run. LEDS, the perfect example today. And that's, again, how we're able to, again, make consistent profits day after day, knowing right at 9:30, right when the bell opens, where we should be looking at. So awesome job, awesome work. I hope you guys, again, were able to take this and be able to now carry it over into your trading. Remember, it's the every other day top gainer. Monday's top gainer, Wednesday mid-candle breakout pattern. Tuesday top gainer is going to be Thursday's mid-candle breakout pattern. This is only going to happen not on 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, only on the daily chart. And then on top of that, guys, this will happen the best when we have hot market conditions, not when it's slow. We need a big top gainer, 50% or above. or let's say like a $5, $10 spike where everyone's aware of it. They forget about it one day and everyone goes flying back into it the next day. All right. Use this in your trading. I want to see you guys profiting just like this. And again, I know you guys are going to be seeing profits just like this and more if you guys use this pattern. Awesome job and awesome work.